Hello and welcome to the 2013 World Team Championships here at Swingfield. Now this is the first time that this event's been run with 7 teams. The Australians have joined us this year and it makes the event all that more exciting. Of course, it's not very often that we get such big riders on these shores on British grass tracks, and Swingfield certainly is a proper British grass track. Now looking at the lineup, it's the best of the best. There's only a few riders from the World Longtrack Grand Prix that are missing from the lineup. But everybody else pretty much is here. The British team looks very strong. Andrew Appleton, fresh from winning a meeting yesterday at Hertigen in Germany. He is absolutely on fire. We've got Richard Hall, who's recently won the World Long Track in Marmande. He's also in the British team. And not forgetting, of course, Paul Cooper in reserve and Glen Phillips, who is always a strong rider. Now there's no way that the Brits are going to have it all their own way. There's several very strong looking teams. The French with the Tressier brothers, they look very fast in practice. The Dutch teams, the deep conditions in the practice really suited the Dutch riders. Dirk Fabriek looked very quick, certainly on this top pit bend here. Now, for added interest, the sidecars are racing for the Mick Steer Memorial Trophy, and for those of you that don't know, Mick plays a big part in modern sidecar racing. Mick basically started off the design of steer frames, so he means a lot to a lot of these sidecar boys, and they really will be going for it today. All the top riders are here. Paul Whitelam's here. He's gone very quick in practice. Robbie Wilson looks very fast on his KHR Honda, but of course Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe look something else in practice. Really, the only riders missing from the meeting are Rod Winterman and Liam Brown, obviously saving themselves for the Masters, but other than those, everyone is here who should be here. Now, hopefully, we've had some practice, lots of in-depth practice with all of the teams. They've had lots of time on the track. They all look fast, so it's very difficult to pick a winner. The sidecars look very quick. Every single rider looks very quick, so it's very difficult to pick a winner at this point. We're going to pick up a few riders in the pits, see how they're feeling, and hopefully we'll be able to pick some winners, see if we can decide who's looking favourable today for this very big event here at Swingfield, the World Team Championships. We're joined first of all by Andrew Appleton. Andrew, you rode last night. How did last night go at Hertigen?
Yeah, it went very well, thanks. I won the meeting over there, so won the bound record as well. Got back here for 7:30 this morning, so yeah, all good.
Now, there was a little bit of controversy in getting you to this meeting. It seemed like for a while you weren't going to be in the team, but now you're here. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, unfortunately David had a crash in Poland and was unable to take his team spot today, so yeah, I've come in as a bit of a backup really. Yes, team shouldn't be any sort of stronger or weaker or what, but yeah, it's just a shame David couldn't take his place, but it's good that he's here and supporting us and being like the fifth eye, if you know what I mean. So
yeah. Now you've obviously you've got a good record here at Swingfield, so surely you felt quite disappointed when you weren't in the team to begin with.
I was a little bit gutted because obviously I want to ride for my country and I want to try and win for them. I can fully understand why they chose the team after last year's performance that the boys put in at St Macaire and should have really won it. Yeah, it's just I was gutted, but you know, I was always the backup plan if anything did happen. Mitch always said that, you know, there's quite a few weeks before this event and anything can happen, so I was quite pleased to sort of take the team spot, but it's just unfortunate for Dave.
Now, with your record here at Swingfield, obviously you nearly won the European title here. You won the British Masters, I think, twice here, maybe. You're obviously quick here. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, I do like the track here. It always seemed to go quite well. Bikes are set up all right, but had a bit of a spill in practice and I just wrecked one bike, stiff neck. But no, it's just I just hope, yeah, if we'll try our best and do what we can do, I'm sure we can definitely be on the podium.
Now, I did see what happened in practice. I saw that you come off. What actually happened in that up on this top corner?
Chain come off the rip on the back sprocket, just stopped me dead and face planted the ground, which I didn't really want to see it that close. But yeah, it's just one of them things, unfortunately. But I seem to be going pretty well until that point. So I'm quite pleased with how the bike's set up.
So all feeling good then? No pressure for representing your country today?
Not really, just can only do what I can do. I'll be trying my best, and yeah, I can't do any more than that really. So if it's not good enough, it's not good enough. If it is, then we'll be happy days. But yeah, I'm up for it. I'm fit, and Yeah, ready for it, really.
Well, best of luck, Andrew. I know that lots of people were surprised you weren't in the lineup to start with, and now that you're here, lots of people think that our chances are even greater. So good luck to you. Hopefully it all goes really well.
I've got to come up with the goods now, haven't I?
No pressure.
Cheers.
We're joined now by Mark Stiekema, who races for the Netherlands. Mark, you've been out for practice. How did you find the track?
Yeah, I think the track is good for the Dutch fellows. It's a little bit bumpy, and I think for us it is good.
Yeah, it certainly looked like that in practice. We mentioned in the introduction to the meeting that the Dutch looked quick in practice. Is it the deep conditions that suit you?
Yeah, I think. I think this when he is a little bit tough, this is good for us, and I think we can with the race faster than only in the practice.
Now the Dutch team did look very quick in practice. Do all the boys feel like they're really up for winning this year?
Yeah, all the guys are very fast this year and they're in good moves. I think we make a good chance today.
Now, we don't see Mark very often in England. You raced last year at Collier Street, I believe, at the end of the year and had a good day. Is that something you'd like to do again? Just come over and race in England for the one-off, or is it something you'd probably rather avoid?
Yeah, next week I go to the podium and maybe I can do the Southeast Champion. I hope I can get the contract and can come over.
Yeah, it adds something, I think, when you boys come over. Now, you've had a big accident this year at Vries, and you've had a few meetings. How are you feeling with regards to your injuries or anything like that?
Yeah, I think I'm now 90% good, but yeah, after the crash, my head is not so good. When I drive too hard in the corner, I'm a little bit scared. But I think that's over next year, and then I can for 100% racing.
Yeah. Now today you're in a strange position in the team. You're the reserve for the team. How many rides do you think you'll probably get today? Do you have any idea?
No, I have no idea. When a manager comes to me, I say, "This heat, you must drive." Then I drive, and probably is one heat, maybe two, but you never know.
You never know, and you certainly looked pretty quick in practice, so you're going to be ready, I think.
Yeah, I'm ready for today, but yeah, there's a choice from the manager, and hopefully I can come in and let's see what I can do.
Well, good luck today, Mark. The Dutch boys certainly look really quick. I think that's where a lot of competition is going to come from. Best of luck. Hope everything goes well.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
We're joined now with French team member Mathieu Tredariou. Mathieu, you've been out for practice. How did practice go for you today?
Practice was not bad, but only the first session were in the grass, so it was not very good because we can't find the setup on the grass. And the second time we go, no grass, so it was a little bit more grippy, so it was much better. But we don't have, I think, enough session for make a good setup on the bike. But it's for everybody like that, so it's okay.
So you say that you don't feel like you've had enough time on the track. When you do a World Longtrack round, is it longer time on the track for practice?
Yeah, we have a 6-time, practice with 2 start practice, so it's more than that.
Yeah. Do the rest of the team feel the same? They've not had enough time?
Yeah, we feel, everybody feels the same because we don't know really this track, and when we go first time on the track was the grass, and with the grass you can't find the setup.
Yeah, and they've also worked on the track now, so it's going to be different again, I think.
Yeah, the track will be different, but we speak Chala, and I think we can find a good setup, and we just have to ride full gas, and it's fine.
Now, the French team are out in race 1 with against Team GB.
Yeah.
Is that added pressure racing against the home team in the first race?
No, not really. It's because all the team is strong. So if you don't ride with GB now, we ride with again GB after. So it's the same. So it's good for the first one. We have more pressure in the first one. So for me, I think it's good.
Now you've got riding your third rider is Dimitri Berger, and there seems to be a lot of excitement around Dimitri at the moment.
Yeah.
How special is he?
He's good. His dad was very good on a grass track and speedway, and he's a little bit the same. He's a good man, but when he go on the track, he's go crazy, and he's going full gas. So I like him. He's a good rider.
I don't think he's going to let you down today. He seems to be in top form.
Yeah, he's not top form. He's young, so when you are young, you're on top form always.
Yeah. Now you've recently rode in Poland for the World Long Track on a speedway track. You do a bit of speedway, but you're more a long track man, really. I think that's fair to say. How did you find riding on the Polish speedway on your long track bike?
Was good. Was different than speedway bike, but a little bit same technical, you know, because grass track and speedway bike is not lots difference. And when we ride on a speedway track, it's like it's a little bit like speedway. You have to feel like speedway and think like speedway.
Now you've obviously France look really strong today. There's a few other teams. Which of the teams do you think are going to be the ones that are going to be challenging for today?
Netherlands is good, Germany is good, and England is very good too. I don't know the horses because there are only two, I think. So I don't know. Woodward is a good rider, but if he's alone, it's no chance.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think some good team. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right in the fact that it could come from anywhere really today.
Yeah.
Well, good luck today, Mathieu. Hopefully everything goes really well, and hopefully Team France are up there with the best later on.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
We're joined now by Team Germany member Stefan Katt. Stefan, how are you feeling today about today's racing?
I feel good. We just had a few laps practice, and I've been here on that track a few times. I think the track was pretty good and really fast, and yeah, this year, like every year, it will be a hard year, a hard championship, and but we all will do our very best, and we'll try to get the title again.
Yeah, now Germany obviously are very successful in this event. Does that add any pressure to the guys that are racing for Germany?
No, not really. I mean, we all racing every weekend. We all want to be end of the meeting at the rostrum, and I think we all give 100% everywhere. And okay, we have some German spectators, and but in the end, every year we wanted to win it. Every year we had a really good team spirit, and I think that was probably a reason why we had so many wins.
Yeah. Now I think there must be some sort of secret there, because you do seem to dominate this event. Every year it seems like other teams get talked about. The Dutch get talked about this year, and Team GB obviously at home track, but still Germany seem to come out on top. What do you think? Do you think that the track will play any part in that being different today, or do you think it actually will play into the hands of the Germans?
It will play into I think it will play into the hands to the English guys, because I think they done already a few meetings on tracks like this. We don't have these tracks. Our tracks are a little bit different, or with sand tracks, or we have proper bordered grass tracks or so. But yeah, I mean, could be this, could be that. But in the end, we will do all what we can do, and we want to be on a rostrum right at the top, and we will beat everyone, also the British.
Yeah. Now you don't.
Dutch and French.
We don't see you. We've seen you quite a lot racing in Britain. Do you like coming to British grass tracks? Because like you mentioned, it is different to the German boarded tracks and the long tracks, and certainly the slick tracks in France. It is different. Do you enjoy it?
I always enjoy all my meetings I've done over here in England, and it's pretty cool. It's a different atmosphere, and just a few days before we had a few jeeps here on the field, and that's not happened in Germany or France, but. I don't know. I've done a few, and I think I enjoy every meeting what I'm doing, and
Now, obviously, the German tracks are all permanent. Do you think do you think that's what the British need to do, really? Somebody that races on the continent a lot like yourself. Do you think that's what we need to do?
No, why not? The tracks you have here, if it's this track here, Swingfield or Skegness or so, they're not permanent tracks, but they're pretty good tracks, and you don't need it. Why?
Now, you've been racing in the World Long Track Grand Prix this year. How's it been going in that?
Not good. Bad. Yeah, I had a few bad meetings right up in Scandinavia. Trouble with my engines, with my bikes. And then I had a good one in Marmont. I was in the final, but in the end I finished 5th, but I had a crash before with Jonas Kirmikorpi. And then last weekend we were in Poland, and I was struggling a bit with myself in the first few heats, and then in the end everything, the setup worked well, I worked well, I won the heat, and but I was a little bit too late, so I finished 11th. And but yeah, in the end, when you see the result from Poland, all the speedway guys, they were in the top 10, and yeah. I haven't been on I've been on Speedway, but I haven't done a meeting this year on Speedway, and so. But yeah, in the end, I'm not happy with that. But that's it.
That's what it is. You got to do
what it is.
What you've got? You used to ride Speedway, didn't you, over here for the Somerset Rebels? What happened there? Why did you stop doing the Speedway?
What's happened? The reason was I wasn't an absolutely top rider, but I wasn't too bad. But I was right in the middle, in the average or so. But I didn't, for all the stress I had and all the work I did for it, and so it was pretty hard for me, because I live in Germany, and I always, every week I had to fly once, twice, 3 times here to England just to do one meeting. Sometimes I had rain off and this and that, and in the end it cost me so much money, and I couldn't cover it really. And then the long track worked better and better for me, and then I decided, okay, instead of doing a meeting in England or somewhere else, I was also riding in the Polish league, and so I could do meetings here in Germany on the long track or in France and so, and get my money from that. And so I decided that way. But I will tell you, since last week, since I've been in Rzeszów in a Polish GP on a speedway track, I really miss the Speedway. I really miss the Speedway. And yeah, next weekend I will have my first meeting on Speedway this year, and yeah, we'll see. But yeah,
never say never.
Never say never.
You've last night you rode in Hertigen, and obviously Andrew Appleton from Team Great Britain won the meeting, but you won the final. Do you think that will is a bit of a confidence boost for you for today?
Yeah, of course, it's always good when you have a good meeting a day before and a bit of pressure and so. And I think I took the pressure with, or not pressure, the adrenaline, so I took it with me now from Hertingen to here. And yeah, in the end I become second. It's not what I wanted to, but he had a good meeting, Andrew, well done, and yeah.
Back to start today.
Yeah.
Back to the start today.
Yeah.
Well, good luck today, Stefan, and good luck to the German team. Hopefully, you know, it's a meeting that you always do well in, and I'm sure you'll be doing well again today.
We'll try our best and see what's happened in the end.
Thank you. Thank you, Stefan.
Cheers.
We're joined now with Team Australia member Cameron Woodward and British Masters champion. Cameron, Australia are here. How does it feel?
Yeah, good. It's unfortunately we've had 2 injuries already, but we've got 3 good riders now that we're just going to make starts and win races. Hopefully, it's good.
Now the track here at Swingfield in practice looked quite drivey, quite grippy. It certainly seemed to suit you guys though.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the rest of the boys, but I was too busy worrying about ourselves. But no, it felt good. It was hard work, to be honest. But they've gone and changed everything out there now, so who knows what it's going to be for the first race. And they've dug out some mighty big rocks, as you can see behind us. So hopefully they get rid of most of them. But yeah, it's going to be down to making good starts and clear first corners.
Now, we spoke to you last year at the British Masters, which you went and won convincingly, and at that time you said that you kind of just got into the long track really. Now it's kind of a full vocation. How's it all going for you? You enjoying it still?
Yeah, definitely. It's been great. It's some of the journeys are a bit long, Finland and Norway and stuff, and Poland, but no, it's been good. Results haven't been quite as good as I'd hoped, but we're still battling, and we got a second last week out, so no, we're getting better.
Yeah, last week was on a sort of speedway track, wasn't it? Did that suit you?
Yeah, I suppose I felt a little bit of extra pressure though, to be honest, because it was mine to lose, you know, to what people were saying. So that was a bit of added pressure, but I was happy with how I went in in Norway anyway, and that was 1,000 metres. So we're slowly getting there with the bigger tracks.
Yeah. Now, you rode obviously the long track bike on a speedway. How did that compare to riding a speedway bike that you'd ride every day on a speedway track?
It absolutely ruined the track, that's for sure. There was big old potholes and everything, but no, it was a cool thing. It was purely just to try and get long track into Poland, and hopefully next year they can go to a trotting track or something. That was sort of the aim, I assume. But no, it was great close racing, and the Polish I spoke to absolutely loved the racing. So hopefully they'll have us back.
Yeah. Now, if we just turn our attention away from today and just talk about the British Masters, obviously you're the Masters champion at the moment. Will you be defending the title this year?
Yeah, definitely. They want me there, and I want to do it again. It's a huge honour to be champion, and it would be a bit catastrophic really if the defending champion couldn't be there, just through to not wanting to go. So no, I'm stoked to be going, and it's going to be up against everyone's going to be there this year, so it's going to be great. Andrew's absolutely flying at the moment, and so is Richard. So no, it's going to be a lot tougher this year, but I'm looking forward to it.
Now, if we think about today, obviously you've got Rodney backing you up, and Hunter as well. Do you think that Australia have got a realistic chance of winning this today?
Well, definitely. We're going for a podium. That's the number one. Gold's going to be hard with how Britain have turned up, and I think the Dutch look really good as well, and the Germans, of course. So it's tough, but we really want a podium. That's what we've come for, and if we get gold, that'd be great. We just got to make really good starts and stay out of the way of those rocks and dust.
Well, good luck today, Cameron. Hopefully everything goes well, and maybe you get that podium at the end of the day.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Joined by the third, joined by the fifth, joined by the seventh, and so still quite a bit of time to go before we get to my sixth. So a bit of a food pass here behind me.
Yeah, pictures are not yours.
So it's too far away with these bags. How many persons can get in the wobble? Here's bij de rode erin en die bij de zwart. Not this way then. No. No. Oh, that's it now. I've got the old video there.
Hey, hang on a minute. So put me, get me hat, quick. What, love? Oh, Paul, how are you? Yeah, no, I've just took them off, mate. Spent all year and done.
You're third at the moment in the World Longtrack Championship, I believe, yeah? Yeah, third, 4 points down.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now we go Could I take a hand over to our very own postmaster out in the centre of the circuit? All the introduction of the this afternoon and starting with our official, Mr.
Thank you very much, Jim. And well, we've got some distinguished guests to introduce. First of all, we have the FIM officials, the director of the FIM Track Racing Commission, and today's jury president, and an old friend from Reading Speedway, Armando Castagna. Give him a big round of applause, please. Would you like to say a few words, sir?
Thank you very much to everybody. It's a great pleasure to be here today for such an event. I know that a lot of you love grass track and long track, and today is our final, team final. We have, I know that Don Gordon was a fantastic person around here. Today his trophy will be presented to the winner, and of course to him and his family. We will do and try to do the best event possible. I want to say thank you to all the officials and everyone organizing such a beautiful event, and I really hope that we will be successful. Thank you to everyone for being here.
Thank you very much, Armando. Would you like to give him a big round of applause, please? Thank you. Also, please welcome the referee from Sweden, Krista Gardell. Give him a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. We'll move along, and of course, our own Dickie Staff, of course, which is the ACU delegate. Dickie Staff, everybody, and also a former rider. Give him a big round of applause. Do we have Paul Hurry here? No. No, Paul's not come out to see us. Well, Paul's the clerk of the course. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have introduce the teams to you. First of all, then, we got France. And any supporters here from France? I can't hear any. That's it, you cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, please, for Stefan Tresario, Matthew Tresario, Dimitri Berge, and Theo Pijper. That's the French team. We're going to have a quick word with the captains. Stefan, if I can just come in here. Right, you're going to speak for him. Are you looking forward to racing here again back in the UK?
Est-ce que tu es content de venir ici? Yes, he is very happy to come here for the perhaps he hoped the winner.
Fantastic. Well done, sir. A few short words. Thank you. I suppose I should have interviewed Matthew because he probably speaks really good English. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we come on to the Czech Republic, and their captain is Josef Pepe Frank. Big round of applause, please. And of course, a legend in Northern Speedway tracks, of course, here in the UK. Also, big round of applause for former Trelawney Speedway rider Richard Wolff. And the experienced Karol Kadlec. And so the Czech Republic will have a chat to the captain, and of course you know the UK very well indeed, having raced here for many years on the Speedway. Good to see you here for this big event here in the UK and of course in the world.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, I'm looking forward to this meeting and see what's happened. I never done the grass track meeting in the UK. That's my first go, so we will see. Your
first? Oh well, good to see you here. And you finished with Speedway here in the UK now?
Yeah, I done 11 years. And I've got little break this season because I'm doing the long track, you know, and it's hard to ride in the Premier League because it's lots of weekends, and I love to be back in the Berwick.
And you're doing very well in the long track, I believe.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well done. That's the Czech Republic team. Give them a big round of applause, please.
Yeah, mate. It's right on time.
Right, moving on now, we have Australia. Any Australian fans here? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the captain, Cameron Woodward. And we have young sensation here on the British grass tracks this year, Hunter Anderson. And a regular here, of course, Rodney McDonald here in the UK. And also welcome to Speedway rider Mark Lemon, of course, and the team manager. And Cameron Woodward, a quick word with you. Looking forward to today?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a good team together, and we'll look quick in training apparently, so just got to make some starts.
Well, the last time you were down here in Kent last year, you became the British Master, so you know your way around the British grass tracks.
Yeah, but this is totally different to what I've ever ridden. It's got waves and bumps and lumps and everything. But no, it looks good. We just got to be stay strong and hopefully got some fitness.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. That's Australia. Right, now we come to Germany. And we'll quickly go through you. We have Germany, we have the captain, Stefan Katt. Show your appreciation, everybody. Richard Speiser. Jorg Tebbe. Enrico Janowska. That's the German team. Welcome back to the UK. Stefan, of course, former Somerset Speedway rider, and of course, European champion as well.
Yeah, hello everybody, and I'm happy to be back here in England. It's a quite good meeting, tough meeting today, and we're here to win it, and we will do what we can do, and hopefully, end of the day, we are top of the rostrum.
Well, of course, you're going to be toppled somewhere.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Stefan. So that's Germany. We now move to Finland, and the Finnish team, we have Arni Hikala. That's the captain, Marko Ortio. And Samuel Pulli. And Arni Hikala, the captain. Looking forward to this.
I don't know. We have a country rookie team, but I think best team gonna win. So it's just it can't be so difficult. Just 4 laps.
Well, best of luck to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Big round of applause, please, for Finland. Right, moving along, we have the Netherlands. Please welcome Jannick de Jong, the European champion. Dirk Fabriek. Mark Stegmaier. And Theo Pijper. No stranger, of course, here to the UK for Theo. So, Jannick, you've got a strong team here you've brought to the UK.
Yeah, well, I think we did as well. So yeah, we'll see what happened. I think we did a good practice. Everybody's feeling confident for the meeting. So see how it goes on, and try to give it our best. And in the end, we'll see who's the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then round of applause there, please, for the Netherlands. And now, of course, do we have any Great Britain fans here? I can't hear you. Do we have any Great Britain fans here? Yes, I think they have. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Hall, Andrew Appleton, Glen Phillips, and Paul Cooper. Well, Paul, we'll have a word with you. Great Britain, lovely to see it here. Your home turf. Looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to immensely. I'm looking forward to seeing you in that suit all day. You look tremendous.
Thank you very much.
Is that Team Kevlar's? Is that what we're all having next year?
No, I think I might take this red coat off in a minute before you lot kick up some dust.
All right. No, yeah, very much looking forward to it. No, it's on our home turf, and we want to set the record straight after last year. We were very unlucky not to win it last year, and 1 or 2 little problems. But this year, hopefully, no problems, and the boys are going to work together as a team. And with your support out there, we're going to come and win it.
Fantastic, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can we have a big round of applause for Great Britain? Let battle commence. Back to you, Jim.
So almost match race as we've got the Great Britain team going out for the first time this afternoon against the French team. France, who always look so very strong on home soil, finished third last year, second in 2010. So the starter finally happy with all 6 riders coming into line. We watch for the starter to move away, the first race of the afternoon then. Up go the pace, we get a clean start. Andrew Appleton's made a good start on the inside. Richard Hall is got the whole shot there as he goes into that first turn. It's Richard Hall that leads. It looks as if we've got 2 French riders behind him though, as we've got Richard Hall now being put under pressure as they go into the top end for the first time this afternoon. We'll pick them up for you as they come down past me. It is rider number 6, Dimitri Berg, that's got the lead. Richard Hall has now been caught by Stefan Katt as well. So Stefan moves up into second place, Richard Hall holding third. The Brits have got a lot to do at the moment as they've got just that third place. 2 French riders leading in 1 and 2. Down past me for the second time, Dimitri Berg, who we've not seen in this country before, riding a superb ride at the moment, followed home by the experienced Stefan Katt. And Mathieu Desario sitting in 4th place at the moment, so the French really starting with a lot of strong points in this first ride, and indeed Matthew looks to be closing on Richard Hall as they go up the back straight. Well, we've got to keep Richard Hall in 3rd if we possibly can, as the French really do seem to be setting the pace. Richard Hall looks over his shoulder, Mathieu Teteroux comes past him, so the French indeed have got a 1-2-3 at the moment. Glen Phillips has now moved up into that 4th place with Richard Hall on the outside, Glen on the inside, but it is a French 1-2-3 at the moment as they go up the back straight, and they will see the checkered flag as they come to us this time. Well, a great start the afternoon for Dimitri Berg. Stefan Katt finishes in 2nd, Mathieu Desario finishes in 3rd, and we've got then the first finisher for GB, Glen Phillips, in 4th place. So I think the easiest way I can do this for you is to give you the points that they've scored in that particular heat. We start at the top with number 1, Richard Hall, scores 1 point. Number 2, Andrew Appleton, disqualified by the referee for going outside the circuit, no score. Number 3, Glen Phillips, riding in green, scores 2 points. The French team, number 4, Stefan Katt, scores 4 points. The rider in yellow, number 5, Mathieu Desario, 3 points. And number 6, a great start to the afternoon for Dimitri Berg, maximum 5 points from that ride. So overall, we've got, if my arithmetic is correct, 12 points for the French team and 3 points for the GB team. So not the sort of start to the afternoon we wanted, but we already turn our attention now to race 2 in your programme. We start with the Czech Republic team against the Australians. Now, they've all been sitting in the pit box watching to see what happened in that first race. Well, you heard the Australians say when Mark Lemon was interviewed that they are very confident this afternoon. Joseph Pepe Frank, number 7, is one to look out for certainly. Cameron Woodward, of course, picked up the British Masters title. Those of you that follow grass track closely will remember that last year. Rodney McDonald on the outside has ridden the UK circuit an awful lot. Carly Cadillac I've not seen on this type of circuit before, but I'm interested to see how Pepe Frank goes on the inside gate. Well, they get underway. Pepe Frank pulls a big wheelie, but he's got underway. It looks to me like Cameron Woodward has made the best of it though as they go into that first turn. It is Cameron Woodward that leads. Pepe Frank is up there in 2nd place though for the Czech Republic as he comes down that back straight, chasing after Cameron Woodward. So this is exactly what the Australian team manager would want to see. He's got rider number 10, Cameron Woodward, out in front in the blue helmet colour. And not far behind we've got Rodney McDonald sitting in 3rd place at the moment. Can he close on that 2nd place? So this is a good ride from Rodney. He's coming down on machinery though. Lost a rider on that bottom turn. Everybody looking around the circuit. They keep the race going as Cameron Woodward still has got a comfortable lead. Pepe Frank still there in 2nd. Cameron Woodward in 3rd. Richard Wolf is the rider that's in fourth, well, I was going to say in fourth place, but that pace has just been taken. As really Cameron Woodward looks to have got the measure of this circuit as he flies off that top turn and into the last lap. Lifts that front wheel, getting a lot of drive coming off that top bend. Pepe Frank still there in second. Hunter Anderson is the rider that's looking to go for that first place. Rodney McDonald has gone into second. Oh, he says you're not having that, I want that back again, and into second he goes. So it's going to be close as we come to this checkered flag. There's all sorts of changing going on. Well, I think Rodney McDonald has hit problems as he's come off that top turn. It means that number 11, Hunter Anderson, does come through and gets second, and Rodney McDonald shaking his head as he crosses the line. I think he hit problems as he went into that last turn. So, race 2 of the afternoon. Let's give you those points scored from the top once again. The Czech Republic team, riding in red, number 7, Joseph Frank, 3 points. Number 8, Richard Wolf, riding in white, 2 points. So the Czech Republic pick up 5 points, as riding in green, Carly Cadillac, disqualified for going outside the circuit, no score. The Australian team, number 10, Cameron Woodward, riding in blue, maximum 5 points. Number 11, Hunter Anderson, the replacement for Corey Gathacole, scores 4 points. And once again, Rodney McDonald going outside the circuit, so the rider in white and black, no score. It means the Australians pick up 9 points from their first ride, the Czech Republic 5 points. And we turn our attention for the first time to see in action the German team. I'm expecting to see Richard Speiser on the line. I can see Marko Antu from Finland. We've got Arni Heikkilä, joined by Simo Puli. And Jorg Tebbe, number 15 I can see, and 13 Stefan Katt. Now Stefan Katt, a lot of you I'm sure have seen race in this country before. A very, very strong competitor, a very determined rider. He'll be looking to get a win first time out, I'm sure, this afternoon. So look for number 13 in a red helmet colour. Oh, they get underway, and that looks to me like number 14 has made the best of the starts, Richard Speiser. They sort themselves out as they go into that first turn. Jorg Tebbe is on the inside, but that is Richard Speiser that's on the outside and has now got the lead going up the back straight. Marko Antu is the first Finnish rider that's sitting up there in the top point scoring positions. He's sitting in third at the moment, but as we've seen him come down past us, it is Richard Speiser that leads from Arni Heikkilä. As we check them going up that back straight, it seems to be the riders that get themselves out in front can open up quite a gap on the rest of the field. Richard Speiser setting a good pace. Jorg Tebbe is the rider in second, so this is good point scoring from the German team, as Stefan Katt has now got himself into third as well. So the German team with a 1-2-3 at the moment over the Finnish team, first time out this afternoon. As we go into that last lap, the German team looking very, very impressive, as indeed they might be, having won this title 6 times before. And we see across the far side that more problems for the Finnish team as Arni Heikkilä has pulled out on the far side. But this is a very impressive start from the German team as they see the checkered flag for the first time this afternoon. And they take a 1-2-3. So, heat 3 of the World Long Track Team Final, and let's start from the top. Number 13, Stefan Katt for Germany, 3 points. Riding in red. Riding in white, number 14, Richard Speiser, a great start to the afternoon for him, maximum 5 points. Number 15, Jorg Tebbe, 4 points. Number 16, Arni Heikkilä, retired, no score. Number 17, Marko Antu, 2 points, riding in yellow. And number 18, Simo Puli, 1 point, the rider in black and white. It therefore means that for the Finnish team, we've got 3 points from their first ride, but a very, very strong finish for the German team on 12 points. So at the moment, The overall totals put Germany and France strongly in the lead. Remind you, of course, that each team misses a ride in the sequence of heats, and it was the Netherlands' turn to miss first time out, so no score for the Netherlands at the moment. They've got all 6 of their rides left to do. But the Australians are closest to the Germans and the French. They've got 9 points. GB have got a lot of work to do, same as Finland on 3 points apiece, and Czech Republic on 5. We're underway with the first of our sidecars this afternoon, and John Hiscock has made a very good start and got himself to the front as we go into that first turn. It is John Hiscock that leads, number 184. John Hiscock and Carly Bell setting the pace. Pick up for you, as I can see that I've got changes going on in that 3rd, 4th and 5th place. Oh, John, in fact, has been caught in that bend by Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. So Robbie Wilson it is that takes over the lead with John Hiscock in 2nd. That will pick them up as they come round past us for the 2nd time. Robbie Wilson with a great start to the afternoon, leading from John Hiscock. That is Joe Mogg in 3rd place. Oh, the gaps have certainly opened up between those front 3. John Hiscock can do nothing about it at the moment as we see the last lap flag being made for this, the first of the sidecars this afternoon. Joe Mogg still sitting there in 3rd. Trevor Colvin and Andy Colvin still holding 4th, but they've got their own battle going on for that 4th place. Round off that top bend towards the checkered flag. This time they take the first win of the afternoon and pick up the maximum 7 points. Good ride from John Hiscock to start the day, 5 points. So hopefully you've turned your programme over to page 14, and we start with the 1000cc sidecar competition. And if you go down that first column, the first one you come to is number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer, maximum 7 points. A little bit further down, number 98, Joe Mogg and Jake Cutler, I should say, is 4 points. Number 99, Pete Colvin and Steve Colvin, 3 points. Number 184, John Hiscock and Carl Bell, 5 points. Number 991, Trevor Colvin and Andy Colvin, 2 points. 57, Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield, 1 point. The winning time, for those of you that keep this sort of thing, 143.83. 143.83. Have they changed setup? Have they changed anything? Can GB riders pick up some much needed valuable points here? Through the Dutch side, Jannick de Jong, Dirk Fabriek, Theo Pijper, Mike Stigma, all riders that I hope a few of you recognise the names of, having performed here in European events before. Number 3, Glen Phillips, who scored 2 points first time out. Number 19, Jannick de Jong, taking the blue helmet colour. Number 21, Theo Pijper, looked very, very quick in practice. Number 1, Richard Hall, more of a centre gate this time. And number 2, Andrew Appleton. So we're going with the same 3 riders in the GB team. Glenn moves away from the start line, obviously wanting to keep that clutch as free as he possibly can. They want him to bite hard and drive hard out of that starting gate. The starter wanting all the riders to come up into line. Dirk Fabriek right on the outside, nearest us. As we let the tapes go, who's made the best of the starts? I think that's number 3, Richard Hall. No, Glen Phillips on the inside. We've got a rider come round the outside of him though and gone up that back straight. I think that's possibly Theo Pijper. But you'll for you as they come round past me for the first time. And once again we're seeing that front running rider get away from the rest of the field. It is Dirk Fabriek, followed by Theo Pijper in second place. So Pijper was up there with the front runners, as again we can see that there's a struggle on for the British riders as they sit back in 4th place at the moment. So the Dutch team having a good start to the afternoon. Dirk Fabriek, Theo Pijper and Jannick de Jong finishing at the moment in 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And the GB team can only watch what's happening in front of them. As Glen Phillips and Andrew Appleton sit there in 4th and 5th place. And there's one more lap to go and there's problems for Dirk Fabriek. So Theo Pijper takes over the lead from Jannick de Jong, from Glen Phillips in 3rd. And unfortunately Dirk Fabriek, sitting in maximum points position, coasts down the outside of the circuit. We think he's lost the chain, but the checkered flag will go for the rider in yellow, number 21. That is, of course, Theo Pijper. So race 5 then, heat 4 of the Team World Longtrack Championships, and we start from the very top. Number 1, riding for GB in white, number 1, scores 1 point. Number 2, Andrew Appleton, who is riding in green in that heat, scores 2 points. Number 3, Glen Phillips, riding in red, scores 3 points. We go right down to the bottom of the page then, and we find the rider in blue, number 19, Jannick de Jong, finishing in with 4 points. No score for Dirk Fabriek as he's stopped. We believe he threw a chain. That's number 20, Dirk Fabriek. But maximum points to number 21, Theo Pijper, 5 points. So again, the Dutch pick up a very creditable 9 points, and GB 6 points from that one. So as we go to heat 5, this is race 6 in your programme. You can see that we've got rider number 23, Theo Pijper, riding for the French team. Change from number 5. You've still got number 4, you remember, rode brilliantly. And number 6, Dimitri Berg, who had maximum 6 points. Oh, Joseph Frank has made a good start on the outside and looking for the rider in red, perhaps on the inside, Dimitri Berg. He was just there, but Joseph Frank has got round the outside of him, and Joseph Frank leads going off the back straight. Dimitri Berg, who had a win first time out, sits in second place at the moment. Holds a very tight exit line coming off that top turn. Joseph Frank has gone very wide. Oh, the reserve, Theo Pijper, has come into that third place, riding number 23. He's in the white helmet colour, sitting in third place at the moment. So France again on some very good points, as you can see now. Dimitri Berg has got himself to the front. After that terrific start from Joseph Frank and a terrific first turn, Dimitri Berg still does look to be very much in control as he leads. Stefan Katt trying to make it a 1-2-3 once again as Stefan lifts coming out of that bottom turn. He sits in fourth place, so once once again, France scoring extremely well at the moment as we come round off that top turn. Dimitri looks over his shoulder. We've got riders going very, very wide on this top turn. That's Josef Frank. So a disaster for number 7, Josef Frank from the Czech Republic. Again, we've got engine problems, or should I say mechanical problems. Not sure it is just the engine. It might just be a chain once again. But as the checkered flag is prepared, it is riding in red, his second time out this afternoon and his second win. So, race 6 in the World Long Track Final programme. It's heat 5 of the event, and if you move down from the top, we've got, riding for France, number 4, Stefan Katt, 3 points scored. Riding in white, that was in fact number 23, Theo Pijper, and Theo scores 4 points. Number 6, Dimitri Berg, riding in red, that's 5 points. So you should have in that little block 3 in the green, 5 in the red, and 4 against Theo Pijper. Number 7, Josef Frank for the Czech Republic, no score, he stopped. Number 8, Richard Wolf scores 2 points. And number 9, Karol Kadlak scores 1 point. So you should have a 2 in the yellow and 1 in the blue. Well, that means that the Czech Republic pick up 3 points from their second ride. Very impressive 12 points from the French team, carrying their running total on to 24 points. Manager making a change in this one for the German team. Enrico Janoska goes out for the first time this afternoon. He'll be riding in the black and white helmet colour. Nearest to me on the start line, number 26 in your programme, that's Enrico Janoska. They will have sat there in the pit box realising that the French team have just gone out and scored maximum points. This time they're up against the Australians, who scored 9 points in their first ride. Cameron Woodward goes again. He had a win first time out. He's on this outside in the green helmet colour, just inside Enrico Janoska. Oh, they get underway. Cameron Woodward has made a good start. He's under pressure going into that first turn though. As they sort themselves out, I can see that he's riding there amongst that mix of first 3 riders. The rest sort themselves out as they go down the back straight. Picking up the route as they come round, because we've got Cameron Woodward in there in second place, but you can see this rider's going very, very wide, and we've lost a rider on that top turn. So the race has been stopped by the referee. The red lights are on, and marshals, if you could put out your red flags for the riders. The race has been stopped. That the track officials have realised as well, if the track repair team could make their way up to that top corner. There are a lot of stakes that have gone down, but pleased to see that the rider is up on his feet straight away. So Cameron Woodward must be thinking, can he do it all again? He made an excellent start last time. Before the race was stopped, he was leading, and joined on the line by Hunter Anderson. Rodney McDonald got that inside berth, riding in red. So the final rider to come into line is number 11, Hunter Anderson. This is Australia versus Germany. Start of underway. Referee lets the tapes go, and we can see that on the inside, number 15, Jorg Tebbe, has made a very good start. That's the rider in blue, but in the black and white helmet colour, Stefan Katt comes round the outside and gets a lead going down that back straight. To do then as he leads the rest of the pack in second place at the moment, but no stopping Stefan Katt at the moment. Head down as he comes down past us. And of course, I should have realised that that's Enrico Janowska, riding number 26, leading very comfortably at the moment as he goes up that back straight. No Stefan Katt in this one. His place being taken by Enrico Janowska, and he comes to the lead. Oh, we're looking to see is that Cameron Woodward has come up into second place. It is as he comes down past us in second. Jorg Tebbe is the rider in third place at the moment, and a bit of a scrap going on for that fourth and fifth place. I'm sure Cameron Woodward catch the flying Enrico Janowska as they come off that top turn. Enrico knows that he's getting closer. One more lap to go, and Cameron Woodward's going to make it go. We've lost a rider on that top bend. The race has got to be stopped. The referee has put the red lights on. The red flags need to be shown. So once again we lose a rider on that top turn. The referee putting the red lights on to bring the race to a stop in the interest of safety, with both machinery and rider still on the track. And once again I'm pleased to see that the rider is up on his feet very quickly. I think that's the youngster Hunter Anderson that was riding in white for the Australian team. So 4 riders only going in this one. Australia against Germany. We've got Cameron Woodward riding in green. We've then got Rodney McDonald riding in red. Up against Jorg Tebbe in blue and Enrico Janowska in black and white. Remaining for all the riders to come to that start line. Certainly Enrico doesn't seem to be in any particular hurry at all, just casually making his way down to the start line. You might remember that he made a very, very good start, went round the outside of that first turn and got himself into the front going up to the back straight. Can he repeat that once again? Rodney McDonald again right on the inside. He's got next to him Jorg Tebbe in blue. So 4 riders only go in this one as the starters get them underway. The referee lets the tapes go, and as we see them break into that first turn, well, Rodney McDonald has actually made a good start on the inside, but Enrico has gone right the way around the long way of that first bend and down the back straight, leading up the back straight. Cameron Woodward, but Cameron's closer to him this time, and Cameron Woodward starts to close the gap on that top turn. He's got a tighter exit coming out of the bend, and Cameron Woodward is putting pressure on. Enrico Janowska leads as Cameron Woodward again goes for the tighter line on the inside. He loses a bit of speed in the middle of the bend. Enrico is riding the dirt lines on the outside and gets the speed. And he goes up the back straight, just keeping that edge as he goes into this top turn. Well, again, Cameron has decided to stay on that inside line. He's got a very quick exit out of the bends. But Enrico, now what will he do this time? Well, he's cut back across again and he's gone on the inside line. So can Cameron Woodward close the gap? It's close between these two as they go up the back straight. They pull quite a gap on third place. Rodney McDonald, with his own little battle going on to hold on to that third. Cameron Woodward really throwing himself into that top turn. Enrico Janowska looking very comfortable. Cameron Woodward desperately trying everything he possibly can, using all his track skill to try and get the margin on Enrico, but Enrico has pulled away this time down the back straight as he comes into that top turn for the last time. They'll see the checkered flag. We've got a result. Cameron Woodward very coasting around that top bend to make sure he stays inside the track markers, and he picks up second place. So we got there eventually. Points scored in Heat 6 for the rider in green, riding for Australia, number 10, Cameron Woodward. He scores 4 points. Riding in white, there was no Hunter Anderson in the final heat, and we move down to the rider in red. 3 points to Rodney McDonald. If we move now to the German team, we move down, and again, number 13, Stefan Katt didn't take part in this one. Number 14, Richard Speiser didn't go in the final run. And the rider in blue, number 15, Jorg Tebbe, scores 2 points. 5 maximum points to the reserve, number 26, Enrico Janowska. It means that Germany have another 7 points. The Australian team also another 7 points. So we now turn our attention to the sidecars. So as we now turn our attention for the second heat of the sidecars, it seems such a long time since we saw that first heat, but this is sidecars out for the first time this afternoon. They've been waiting a very long time today. It was an early start this morning, but they're eventually getting out onto that start line. Paul Johnson goes for the first time. Colin Blackbourn, Mark Cossar, Will Offen, Paul Whitelam and Steve Smith. So we get underway, and who's made the best of the starts as they come down past me? It's Mark Cossar that's got to the front, but Colin Blackbourn is right there with him. Steve Smith on the inside, those three together as they go into that first turn. Mark Cossar it is that looks over his shoulder as he comes out of that first bend. He's and into the pit bend for the first time. Oh, Steve Smith has lost that third place. It looks as if he's sitting in fourth at the moment, but Mark Cossar with a lot of speed comes off that pit turn. Paul Whitelam it is that's got up into that third place. Colin Blackbourn still holding that second as the dust starts to fly, but Mark Cossar looks to be in excellent form as he is into the pit bend they go. They both get down very low on that pit bend, trying to get as much grip as they can coming round off that bottom turn. And they build up quite a lead from Colin Blackbourn in second. Paul Johnson has moved up into fourth place in front of Steve Smith. He's starting to fly on that top turn. Not able to stay with Mark Cossar as he comes around past us for the last lap flag. And leads going up into that top bend. It's getting close for this second place there as Paul Whitelam is getting closer and closer all the time to Colin Blackbourn. Is he going to try the outside? Will he try the inside? It's the inside that he's opted for. And that top end, it's got Paul Whitelam that comes through. Colin Blackbourn comes back at him. Not a great scrap between these two. As they come round off that pit bend for the last time, you can see that Mark Cossar has taken the win. It's going to be close for this second place. Colin Blackbourn just hangs on. Paul Whitelam with a close third place. Great scrap between those two. So, race 8 in your programme, you need to turn back to page 14 for the sidecar competition. If we run from the top, we start with number 7, Paul Johnson and Gary Shearer, 3 points scored. Number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh, 5 points scored. Number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, an incredible start to the afternoon, 7 maximum points. Number 80, Will Offen and Nicky Owen, 1 point. Number 92, Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliott, 4 points. And number 2, Steve Smith and Gareth Little, 2 points. The winning time, very quick indeed, 1:36 exactly, 1:36 exactly. From the top, you should have had for race 8. Number 7 getting 3 points, 25 5 points, 37 7 points, 80 1 point, 92 4 points. Number 2 2 points, 1:36 exactly. Oh, clearly they're taking the opportunity to do a little more work on the track after the sidecars had been out, and we'll be back with race 9 in your programme, which is heat 7 of the Team Championships. I mentioned a moment ago that the Lincolnshire Poacher is next weekend, that's the 25th, and a lot of you are making it up to Thorpe St Peter for the big Lincolnshire Poacher, and whilst we had those stoppages earlier, I was able to get a few names of riders that are going to be riding there. Bernd Dana is making an appearance, Jannick de Jong, Theo Pijper, Mark Stinkler, Hunter Anderson, Rodney McDonald, Richard Hall, Paul Cooper, Charlie Saunders, Andrew Appleton, the list goes on and on. Not forgetting, of course, the big sidecars, they'll all be there. That's Sunday the 25th at Thorpe St Peter near Skegness. It usually is a great event. For many years known as the biggest track in the UK, but obviously Swingfield has got a little bit bigger now for the Long Track Team Championship, so we've got Richard Hall, Glen Phillips and Paul Cooper going in yellow. Up against France. No, they're not. Let's look further down the programme. They're up against the Czech Republic this time. Joseph Frank, who was going very, very well in his second ride. Unfortunately, he hit problems, but we'll see what he can do this time. He goes in green. Richard Wolf rides in red, and as far as we know, it's Carell Cadillac who goes in white. So Richard Hall, who must know that he's got to do something a bit special in this one. The GB team desperately needs some points. Paul Cooper out for the first time. What can he do on this circuit? The very, very quick Joseph Pepe Frank. He's number 7, the green helmet colour. Watch for him in that first bend. He's been making terrific starts today. Comes to the start line, the rider in the green helmet colour, of course, is Joseph Frank. Starter pulls the rest of the riders right up to the tapes. Watch for the starter to move away. Referee lets the tapes go. Well, Richard Hall has made a very good start on the inside. He's in that blue helmet colour, and it is Richard Hall that's broken going to that first turn. We've lost the rider in red though on the first turn. The rider in red has fallen. That's Richard Wolf, and the referee has, in the interest of safety, stopped the race. The rider is back on his machine and underway, and they still look to be racing on this side of the circuit, but they're brought to a halt. And Richard Wolf will be disqualified from the restart, so no rider in red in the restart. Oh, Richard Hall, who had a very good start then, looks to see if he can find the same hole that he was sat in first time. He's not scored as well as we would have expected this afternoon, so we're hoping for better things this time. Glen Phillips, who's in the white and black helmet colour, will start on the far outside nearest us. just 1 minute for the riders to get to the start line. At the moment we can see no Joseph Frank. Should have been 5 riders, but Joseph Frank is leaving it very, very tight. We're into the last minute before the referee will call them to the line. All eyes on that pit box at the moment as the rest of the riders are patiently waiting at the start line. Watching the clock and seeing the time rapidly running out, and the referee has disqualified Green for not making it to the start line. Well, the referee has disqualified the rider in green, well, I think that's what the start master is indicating, that Green has been disqualified, so he will make his way back to the pits. I think Joseph Frank has realised what has happened. He now slowly makes his way back to the pits. The rest of the riders have pulled away from the start line. So I think the referee was hoping that the riders would all be ready at the start line, ready to go, but you can see 1 or 2 of them have gone for a very long little trip around that top bend. So I'm sure you've all quickly realised that we've now got Richard Hall, Glen Phillips and Paul Cooper against just 1 Czech Republic rider. Go the tapes and we get underway again. Richard Hall has made a good start, and indeed we've got all 3 Brits off the line together as they go into that first turn, and those 3 have got away, but there's problems on that first turn. I think that's Richard Hall that's put it down. Oh, he's quickly up and away so he can try and catch that 1 remaining Czech rider that he's got in front of him. Well, he's asking a lot, but Richard Hall is certainly capable as we come round off that top bend. And Glen Phillips leads comfortably from Paul Cooper in second. Now this is the challenge, because we've got Carl Cadillac riding in the UK for what I seem to think is the first time, and he very cautiously goes into that pit bend. He's crawling up the back straight, and Richard Hall is getting closer and closer already. Richard Hall goes by, so we are on maximum points from the GB team if it stays as it is. Paul Cooper is leading now from Glen Phillips, while we were watching what was happening at the back of the field with Richard Hall having put it down in that pit bend. And can I see a bike slowing on the far side? Oh, maybe he's just waiting for Richard Hall. Can't quite see what's happening there, but, well, Paul Cooper is getting away, that's for sure. Glen Phillips seems to be riding a very, very cautious ride. He's waiting almost for Richard Hall, and then of course we've got the rider from the Czech Republic, Karel Karlak, who's completing race distance. He's going to be maximum points for the UK. And they do seem to be taking it very, very cautiously to make sure they get that checkered flag. Paul Cooper gets maximum points. Glen Phillips gets second, and Richard Hall in third. So, race 9 it was, heat 7 of the final of the Long Track Team Championships, and we start from the very top. Let's start with the rider in blue that was representing Great Britain. It's number 1, Richard Hall. He finishes with 3 points. The rider in white and black, number 3, Glen Phillips, 4 points. And then the reserve, number 22, Paul Cooper, picks up maximum 5 points. So a very healthy 12 points to the GB team. The Czech Republic, number 7, Josef Frank, didn't take part. Number 9, Richard Wolf was disqualified, and number 9, Carly Cadillac, gets 2 points. So just 2 points to the Czech Republic in that one. Well, in fact, we're hearing from the pits that we don't think Hunter Anderson is going to be able to take part, so we think the Australian team might be down to just 2 riders in this one. And we've got 5 riders out on the circuit, so that does look as if that's going to be the case. Of course, Australia started with just 3 riders. They had no track reserve, so we check them for you as they come to the line. Riding in red, the flying Cameron Woodward. His teammate, number 12, Rodney McDonald, comes to the line. We've got the very quick Stefan Katt and Dimitri Berg from the French team. And number 23, Theo Pijper, who we see out for the first time. He's taken the ride of Mathieu Desarieux, so he will be the rider in blue. That's the reserve, Mathieu Pijper. Or we'd get it right and say Theo Pijper even. So Dimitri Berg, who's had 2 rides through the French team and has had 2 wins. He's made a very good start once again, but it's Cameron Woodward that's flown off that inside gate in the red helmet colour. He leads going around that pit bend for the first time. It's all very, very close as they come off that first turn and up the back straight. But Cameron Woodward has got away from them as he goes round that top turn for the first time. Head down. Now he has been holding some very tight lines coming off that top turn. He's out more in the middle of the circuit this time. He's pursued by rider number 4, Stefan Katt. The very experienced Stefan Katt is holding that second place, and we've lost a rider on that bottom turn. Well, he's quickly up on his feet. The referee's watching cautiously as the riders are keeping up race speed on this top end. Cameron Woodward with maximum points at the moment. Down past us. Stefan can do nothing about it at the moment. He holds second. This is a good first ride for Theo Pijper as he holds 3rd place at the moment, the rider in blue. Down to 4 riders only. And Cameron Woodward once again is looking to get maximum points for Australia. 1 more lap to go. Stefan Katt has to sit there in second. Oh, Dimitri Berg, who's had such an impressive start to the afternoon with 2 wins. He's sitting in 4th place at the moment. Still going to be good point scoring for the French team, but maximum points are going to go to Australia as Cameron Woodward takes the checkered flag. He lifts as he crosses the line, and then we get followed home with 3 French riders picking up points in 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So let's give you the points for Heat 8. It's race 10 in your programme, and if we start from the top, we'll move down to the French team. Number 4, Stefan Katt finishes with 4 points. The rider in blue was actually Theo Pijper, number 23 in your programme, the reserve. He scores 3 points. And the other French rider in yellow was number 6, Dimitri Berg, scoring 2 points. So 9 points scored in that heat for the French team. They were up against the Australian team, who were down to just 1 rider at the end of the race. It was number 10, Cameron Woodward, and he took maximum 5 points. He could do no more, could he? He had no other teammates out there. Maximum 5 points for Cameron Woodward. It means that by my unofficial reckoning, the Australians add 5 points to their total, moving on to 21. The French add 9 points to their total, moving them on to 33 progressively. GB pick up a maximum 12 points, moving them on to 21. And the Czech Republic 2 points added to 8, making 10 points overall. I do say that's unofficial as we now look to the So we now move to heat 9 of the competition. Race 11 in your programme. We've got Finland out against the Netherlands. The Netherlands who had really sit back and watch for a lot of the event. And now we'll see number 19, Jannick de Jong, right on the outside. Number 16, Arnie Haker is next to him. Looking for the helmet colour of number 17, Mark Cossar on the inside. They get underway. That is Jannick de Jong that's got a very good start on the outside. Look for him coming right round the outside. He's up into second place now as they go down the back straight. Looks to me like Theo Pijper has got himself to the front, but I confirm that as they come down past me. That does look to be the blue helmet colour, and I confirm that for you as they come down past me. It is indeed Theo Pijper that's leading. So, in fact, I'm just hearing from the referee that the green rider from the Finland team, Arnie Haker, has been disqualified for going outside the racing circuit. So let's pick this up for you as they come down past me for the second time. A good ride from Theo Pijper, leads as they come down past me. His teammate, Jannick de Jong, is in second place, and Dirk Fabriek is in third place. So the Netherlands, with maximum points from this one, sitting in first, second and third, exactly where they want to be. It is the red helmet colour of Mark Cossar that is sitting in fourth place at the moment, but with just one more lap to go, this looks like a great heat for the Dutch team. They've got riders in 1, 2 and 3. And number 17, Mark Cossar, can do nothing about it at the moment. Remember that green has been disqualified, so white helmet colour of Simo Puli is picking up the remainder of the points. Checker flag is made ready there, and it's a great ride for the Dutch team as they take maximum points for first, second and third. So let's quickly confirm then, heat 9 of the championships, race 11 in your programme, and that completes 3 rides for all the teams. And if we start from the top of the Finnish team, rider number 16 in green was disqualified for going outside the circuit, no score. The rider in red, number 17, Mark Cossar, is 2 points. The rider in white, number 18 even. 1 point scored for the rider in white, that's Simo Puli. And if we move to the Netherlands team, a great result for them as number 19, Jannick de Jong, riding in black and white, scores 4 points. Number 20, Dirk Fabriek, finishes with 3 points. And number 21, Theo Pijper, riding in blue, 5 maximum points. So 12 maximum points to the Dutch.